Tucked just below the Arctic Circle lies a country like no other, Iceland. With fewer people than most US cities, yet glaciers and waterfalls as far as the eye can see, this island has become a global symbol of raw nature and cultural pride. The Blue Lagoon is one of Iceland's most iconic destinations, a steamy, milk-blue geothermal spa set in a field of ancient lava rock. Known for its mineral-rich waters and otherworldly atmosphere, it draws visitors from around the globe seeking both relaxation and rejuvenation. The silica-rich pools have developed a reputation for soothing, skin-nourishing properties. And while the Blue Lagoon is the most famous, it's far from the only geothermal gem in Iceland. Across the country, natural hot springs bubble up in remote valleys, beside rivers, and even along hiking trails, each with its own unique charm. The Golden Circle, a popular sightseeing route, allows access to many of these hot springs. Geysers, natural hot springs that periodically erupt due to underground volcanic heat and pressure, and mud pots, which gurgle, spit, and boil clay and acidic water, causing a satisfying effect, can be seen throughout the whole circle, and tourists marvel at these unique features. While fire and volcanoes have shaped much of Iceland's culture, it's ice that carves it. Glaciers cover over 10% of the country, flowing slowly but powerfully through valleys, sculpting mountains, and leaving behind a frozen legacy that's as beautiful as it is fragile. Aaron, a park ranger at Vatnajokull National Park, holds the important role of protecting and preserving the age-old glaciers. But to understand just how important these glaciers are, we first need to understand how they began.
The glaciers are formed by many meters or feet of snow that get compressed down by the weight over time and becomes this blue ice that you see here. The average thickness in this glacier itself is about 400 meters, or I think that's 1,300 feet, with its thickest being 1 kilometer.
And for Erin, this glacier isn't just a place. It holds a memory she'll never forget.
Before, when was this? I think it was 2019. They used to have this area open to the public, and so everybody would come here, but very few people knew about this area over here. And so I really liked to just come over there and sit, and you could hear no traffic. There would be no people. It was just very, very peaceful.
As the glacier slowly melts, the ice breaks off and makes its final journey to the sea, where it washes up on Diamond Beach. Here, chunks of ice glisten against the black sand, creating a landscape that feels almost otherworldly. From ancient ice to roaring rivers, water shapes nearly every part of Iceland's landscape, especially its waterfalls. Iceland is home to some of the world's most breathtaking waterfalls, carved by glaciers and fed by pristine rivers. Seljalandsfoss. Skogafoss. Grundarfarthur. And Gullfoss, translating to Golden Waterfall, where power and beauty collide in one unforgettable drop. But for some, Gullfoss isn't just a stop on the map, it's a memory. In the heart of Iceland's wild terrain, one man found something worth coming back for, even 4 decades later.
45 years ago I came here on a school trip and I was able to climb down there and sit on that ledge. I always said I'd come back sometime in the future once I was married. I was married 25 years ago. Now we came back. We walked across Iceland from one side to the other. It took a month, the first time I've come back.
From the powerful Skogafoss to the iconic Seljalandsfoss, each waterfall tells a story of the island's raw, volcanic beauty. Waterfalls have always shaped Iceland's natural and cultural landscape. Their constant roar is a reminder of Iceland's ever-changing natural forces. Reykjavik is by far the largest city in Iceland. With over 1/3 of the Icelandic population, it is a center for culture and history. Ronica, a worker at the National Icelandic History Museum, has the very important job of guarding the artifacts, and she takes her job very seriously.
Most of our most priceless artifacts are here kept within the museum, and if they're not on display, then they're tucked away in our sort of artifact storage. So this museum and the sort of the museum as an institution guards what we have left of Icelandic culture over the past 1,000 years.
When it comes to Icelandic culture, she believes every piece, old and new, carries equal weight.
All of Icelandic history is important, but I have different favorite parts of it, but I don't think there's one area that's more important.
But of all the exhibits, there's one area that stands out to her the most.
So my favorite part of the museum is the 20th century conveyor belt, because I studied history and I studied that time of history in Iceland. So that's of course going to be my favorite. But people like the Viking things and people like the church stuff too.
So it's special because it has like both value in the history and in the geology and nature. So it's a long history from here. The people who came here came in 930 and they established the first law assembly here, so basically the first parliament. And we also are on a kind of a divergent rift. So we're in a rift valley, which is sinking because the North American tectonic plate and the Eurasian tectonic plate, they're going apart. About 1 millimeter on average per year. So they're going apart and we're kind of sinking.
And while being a geological phenomenon, this rift is also intricately woven into the culture of Iceland.
The kind of the heart of the history of the government and the judicial establishments, basically. So it's kind of a big part of Icelandic heritage is here. We kind of say that the whole park is open to everyone. It's always open. Everyone is always welcome. And it's kind of owned by the Icelandic people.
Iceland is a land of contrasts, fire and ice, past and present, myth and reality. But at its core, it's a place where history and culture converge, a place that has shaped its people and been shaped by them. As this land continues to change, one thing remains certain. This island, with all its wild beauty and quiet strength, will always be a symbol of resilience, pride, and the enduring spirit of its people.